but she thinks she's younger than she is, baby. We ain't got the kind of time to be playing around.
That's what I'm saying. Too old for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no time.
I'm trying to.
Foolishness.
Yeah. What's up, Facebook people? Y'all like that Facebook people? Can y'all see us? Ain't nobody but the Huffster with Nick Wright.
Big Nick in the house. How you folks doing?
We Facebook Live. When we hit that downbeat, we're gonna be on the live podcast. We on Facebook now. Y'all Facebook, y'all see Nick? Say hello to Nick. Facebook people, y'all like that Facebook people? I gotta turn my volume down. You gotta turn your volume down. Turn your volume down, Nicholas. Right.
It's a delayed feed.
Right. And that's good. We don't want to hear us back on here on this camera.
Yeah.
Huff and Puff Sports Buzz with a special guest. See, that's cool the way they do this graphics right there.
Yeah, I guess I'm Puff because I'm like...
Yeah. You can say that, but I can't say it. I ain't saying nothing. That ain't my place. That ain't my place. Are we on Facebook now? Yeah. Facebook people, y'all see us? Say hello. If you out there, I don't see nobody saying hello.
Hey.
So that's Nick. This is Huff. Do something.
I know y'all like the beard. Come say something about the beard.
Yeah, some people just I like the beard. He got beard. He part of beard gang.
No, I ain't never been part of a gang. Yeah, I'm from the suburbs of South Carolina.
You know what I'm saying? I got a beard. I'm part of a whole bunch of things. I'm part of Ecstasy, Huff Nation, Huff Statics, Huffatronics.
I feel you. All I can say is Rizzy Land.
That's what's up.
Rizzy Land.
Y'all waiting on the beat? Y'all want me to ask for that beat? Y'all ready for me to ask for the beat? Give me that beat. I want the beat. Hey! Ho! Y'all hear that? Drop that beat right there. We are now live inside of your podcast life, baby. We inside of your Freethinkers Radio. We inside of your Facebook page. I need comments right here. My name is Stacey Huff, president of Huff Nation Sports. Nick Wright right here, and this is Huff and Puff Sports Buzz. Chad is out of town handling business. That's why you can tell me I need a haircut. Nick Wright, what's up, man? Glad to have you, brother.
I'm just letting the ladies out there know that you can now officially tell everybody that you met Mr. Wright today. You met Mr. Wright, Nick, but boy, I like how you did it. He been thinking about that all week. He wrote that down. That's his line. That's his line. Hey, I got plenty of them.
This is Nick Wright, the famous Nick Wright. Nick Wright has been a veteran broadcaster, folks. He's been doing shows. He's been in the upstate doing work for years. 10-year veteran of the broadcast game, man. People know him all up in York County, Chester County, up in Rock Hill area, up in the Charlotte area. That's Nick Wright. So he's going to be riding in for Chad. Chad, come on back soon. We see you back here next Wednesday. Chad is handling some business. We'll get him back in here. Huff and Puff Sports Buzz is now coming right at you. We got some things to talk about, Nick. CP3 Harden came up short. They put it together, came up short. LeBron legacy we're going to get to. Iguodala out game one.
Dollar.
We're going to talk about Pusha T and Drake. What you got in your mind? What they buzzing about, Big Nick?
Man, they buzzing about it. Well, you know what? Let's talk about the big topic. Bigger than sports, bigger than everything.
I know what you're about to go. Hit it.
Let's talk about Roseanne Barr.
Roseanne Barr. Canceled.
Not Candy Bar. Not going out to the bar, but Roseanne bar.
Not going out to the bar.
Right.
Which ain't a bad idea. Never a bad idea.
Well, that's probably if she was at the bar, she wouldn't have said what she said. Maybe she would have said it fast.
She blamed it on Ambien. She said Ambien.
I saw that. Well, this is the thing about Roseanne. You know, everyone knows that she's always been a very outspoken character.
Absolutely.
Even back in the 90s when she did the national anthem and she spit on the ground.
And grabbed her crotch. When she has a crotch, she's a woman. So.
Right.
Does she have a crotch? I don't know.
But, you know, she's been a big part of politics and everything, of pop culture and everything, you know, for 20 years or better.
Absolutely,
you know?
absolutely.
So this is the thing with Roseanne. You know, I don't agree with the comment that she made, first and foremost.
Absolutely.
It could have been one of those jokes, and we all know she's a comedian, but it was one of those jokes that was better left unsaid.
Unsaid.
Right.
And it's all about, what discretion is a better part of valor, is what a lot of people like to say.
Yeah.
I think when you look at that, Roseanne is one who's always she's actually gotten away with it. She had a career dip when she did the national anthem thing, a little bit of blowback. She has some, show got canceled. She's off the grid for a while, but she's always managed to overcome everything. So in her mind, maybe she feels like she's a little bit bulletproof, a little bit Teflon right now. And then with the climate right now, set by Donald Trump.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna tell you like this, Hough. Don't go there, because I'm gonna tell you like this.
Okay.
You can start talking about the president, you're like Jamel Hill.
Lay it off this put to the side. But you know what? The difference between them, her money went from here to here. Mine can only go from here to here.
Well, you know what?
Mine is not my fall won't be so I'm on the first step. I can't fall but so far the first step.
This is the thing about Jamel.
She was on the roof and fell.
This is the thing about Jamel.
She's still working though.
Well, she won an award last week. The NABJ
National
Award.
Association of Black Journalists, which my daughter just helped start the chapter at University of South Carolina.
Oh, that's
the first ever chapter. National Association of Black Journalists. I've never been a member. I'm gonna join now. My daughter's a part of it, but that's what all the major black journalists are part of. She won an award for them. And it came out on Fox News. They say she was unemployed, but she's working. She's all right. She's back to writing. She still does speaking, gigs when she gets to talk on the mic. But remember, she started as a writer.
Right, she did with
just like Stephen A. Smith. All of them start as writers. So she's doing what she wants to do now. She's doing a lot of work behind the scenes at ESPN and writing great pieces about race and politics, and the way it affects sports. So I ain't mad at her, but we gotta talk about what happened since the last time this show was on, Nick, last Wednesday. Two teams were down 3-2. Yeah. And came back and won 2 in a row. One was the Cleveland Cavaliers. The other, the Dubs, who we thought at one point might get a sweep after game 1. Yeah. So we're right back where we thought we'd be at the beginning of the season. Beginning of the season, we thought it'd be Cleveland Warriors. But the NBA, for those who think it's rigged, drama was created in the middle. For those conspiracy people. And I'm gonna ask you a question. Let me say this and I want to throw it to you. So, Warriors haters, just like LeBron has his haters, and people are tired of seeing them. I know it's 4 years, I get it. 4 years. But Warriors haters are coming out with the refs and all this. Man, when you go 0 for 27 on 3-pointers, you deserve to lose. If you can't figure out between brick number 1 and brick number 27 that maybe you ought to drive the ball to the basket, or maybe you ought to get a mid-range, you deserve to lose. Your thoughts on the way those last 2 games of the Houston Warriors series played out? Well,
this is the reason why Mike D'Antoni didn't make it with the Lakers. As a coach, you have to be a little more forceful talking to your players. Hey, cut it out. Cut the crap. And another thing that I feel like if Chris Paul, I feel like if Chris Paul, a real floor general, had been on the court, he'd have rallied his guys and said, "Look, cut the threes out. Let's take it to the hoop."
I got something for that too. He was that mid-range game this series. But here's what I want to remind everybody of. I want to remind everybody gently of this because for the referee talk, and I think the best team won the series. They weren't playing their best ball, by the way, which we'll get to in a minute. That might favor LeBron right now. Golden State has not played their best ball the last week or so. But I'll say this. 2 things I want to remind people of. One is, everybody's talking about if Chris Paul would have been in the game. First of all, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts,
every day would be Chris.
And if the queen had a different anatomy,
I don't know the rest of that.
She'd be the king.
Okay.
Whoa! My high school defensive backs coach said that back in the day in the 80s. I remember that. If she had different anatomy, she might be the king.
It's a different time now. Huh?
Right. Well, that's true.
You could be.
I ain't touching that one. But let me say this.
Neither am I.
Coach Porter, shout out to Chris Porter. I just saw him, unfortunately, at a teammate's funeral. I saw Coach Porter. But he said, I got that from him back in the day. So listen, if Chris Paul, if everybody want to put it on Chris Paul, wasn't he there for the 41-point loss?
Well, you know what?
So that can happen again too now. People forget that. It's like,
I'm not going to go there with that because injuries are part of the game.
Right. But if he were there, like I said, he lost by 41.
Well, you know, I was having a discussion with another gentleman. You remember when the Cavs beat the Warriors in 16?
Yes, sir. Coming back from 3-1.
Andrew Bogut didn't play that, and then Steph had bummed ankles.
Right.
The thing is, either they played or didn't play.
And nobody wanted to hear it. Nobody ever talks about that.
Right.
And Draymond was suspended for what, a game?
Right, for Game 6.
Game 6. A huge Game 6.
So my thing is, it doesn't matter who took the court. The teams took the court, one win, one lose. And when you have the world's best athletes on the court, on the field, or on the diamond, wherever they are, hockey rink, whatever, anything can happen. It's the best man wins.
Absolutely.
And you got to give credit where credit is due.
You got to play what got you. LeBron had Kevin Love out. He didn't say, we never heard a word.
Never heard a word.
And we're going to get to that in a minute, in just a quick skinny minute. As a matter of fact, but I got 2 kids that play sports. Well, my daughter's now retired, but my son still plays. He plays AAU basketball and runs track. I said, listen, only people talk about officiating are losers.
That's true. That's true.
The only people talk about officiating are losing. That's a certain part of our culture that they can never accept a defeat. It's always, if parents, it's a culture we're giving the parents too. The team, if you lose, it's the coach's fault. It's the referee's fault. Sometimes the other team is just better than your team. Sometimes the other kid's better than your kid. It's okay. Mm-hmm. Go back in the lab and work on it. It's okay. It's okay that somebody's better than you. Shake their hands and move on to the next day. So with that being said, now we go to Game 1 of the finals. Kevin Love, we don't know about. Iguodala's ruled out. Now, can LeBron maybe steal a game in Golden State? Now, Golden State has the home court. The first 2 will be in Oaktown, or the town as they have on the jerseys. Yeah. Can LeBron go in there and win 1? Or is he going to just chill out like he did the first 2 games of the Boston series? I didn't say he did on purpose, but and then come back and try to win 4 out of 5.
Well, this is the thing. LeBron is now, what, 33 years old?
15th year in the league.
Right. Most players would be slowing down right about now.
Absolutely.
But we're talking about LeBron.
Yeah, more. Right? He may be a cyborg. He may be a cyborg.
Right, he may be. You know, he may be one of those Russian bots that we hear so much about. But the thing about LeBron is LeBron. He has a chance in anything. But do I see it? I see it'll be a competitive first 3 games. I think the Warriors will be up somehow 2-1. I think when they go back to Cleveland will win. But I think the Warriors will close them out in 5, no more than 6 games.
And that's what I got. I got Golden State in 5 games, man. And I hope I'm wrong, but I've been proven wrong before. Because remember, there was another time when it was going to win in 5. It was 3-1. And that 5th game is when LeBron and Draymond got into it. Yeah. Cleveland won that game. Yeah. And then Draymond missed the next game, and then you go back to a Game 7, which means anything can happen.
I don't think it'll be a repeat of that because you got KD on the court.
I agree, which is the difference.
Even if Curry, I mean, you have 2 guys with Curry and Durant who could pull up at half court and just sit there and shoot threes and beat you that way. And then not to mention Klay Thompson. So
I agree.
If with what they're up against is, I'm not going to count Cleveland out because I don't want to make too many of the Cavs fans mad, but it's just, you got a shot. Will you do anything with it? I don't know.
Good point. And I want to shout out to my Facebook people. If you got some people, you can shout them out too. Bobby Robinson, my friend, tuning in on the Facebook page. But if you didn't put your
I don't have anybody I want to shout out. I love my bed and my mom.
Oh, Drake said he loves his bed.
I'm sorry.
This man got. I don't know if you want to be quoting Drake right now. We get to Pusha T in a minute.
Man, look, Pusha T need to retire.
Pusha T came at it, Drake. He came at Drake.
I know he came at Drake, but this is the thing. You know, I don't really care about this rap battle. You know, when it comes to rap battles, I got the mindset of Uncle Ruckus. But I'm not gonna quote what Uncle Ruckus said.
No.
But But the whole point about that is, you know, Drake on top. Everybody gonna come for the king.
That's right.
At the top, they're gonna come for you.
You're right. But Pusha T came for him. He came to him and
he came correct. He came correct.
That was harsh.
Yeah, it really.
That might be up there with No Vaseline and Hit 'Em Up as far as diss tracks, man. So Ether. That's right. The top 3 diss tracks of all time. You know, however order you want to put them in. Everybody's all talking about Ether by Nas. Yeah. Hit 'Em Up, Tupac, which is kind of my favorite. But No Vaseline with Ice Cube. Yeah. Ice Cube was strong. So yeah, but go check out Pusha T and Drake. So Drake got to come back now. Yeah. He got to come back. It's gonna be the whole summer gonna be on fire. They're gonna do this, man. It'll be good for everybody. And after the end, they ought to, hug it out and go on tour. I'm with that. And so I'm with that.
I think it's for ticket sales.
It's all about the dollar bill, y'all. Almighty dollar. That's a song about that. Look it up. Almighty dollar. For the love of money. But yeah, we get back to the game. I'm gonna tell you, man. We look at this finals. And it's so much discussion going on about the others for Cleveland. There's going to be a lot of talk about the others. Yeah. So I'll throw out some of those questions, man. And I know we both think Golden State in 5, so that tells you right there we don't think the others are going to do a whole lot to help LeBron out. That's right. But doggone it, J.R. Smith has been so sporadic and erratic. You don't know what you're going to get with this guy. He's a joke in the deck. He's due for a big game. He's actually due for a big game. And he actually played well against Golden State, each of the last couple, he had at least one game where he kind of went off a little bit, 20-some points and 3. Now, George Hill is the new guy.
Yeah, George Hill.
I like George Hill. I like George Hill on Steph Curry. I think he's not going to stop Steph, but I think he can be physical with Steph a little bit. And I'm saying this because I want to see close games.
Right.
We both think Golden State's going to win. K-Love, when he's back, he'll miss game. We don't know they didn't root him out of game 1 yet. Iguodala's ruled out. K-Love could be huge in this like he was before. But I think Tristan Thompson down in the paint, because if they go that small lineup, that depth lineup, Draymond's the center at 6'7".
Right.
They didn't rebound well against Houston. They had a 6'5" kid.
Capella showed out.
Capella, what's that little guard? RJ?
PJ Tucker.
PJ Tucker?
PJ.
Yes, I'm not. I don't watch sports. I'm just doing this show. I don't know anything. PJ Tucker was 16 rebounds one game. He out-rebounded him the other night. He was a beast on the boards. He just didn't have enough to win game 7. So with that being said, bringing this all the way back home, is LeBron getting enough help? Even if it's a 5 game, is he going to get enough help that he didn't have to go for 40 a game? Because, I mean, the guy's got to wear down, man. Is he going to get any help in this series?
Well, this is the thing. I like the fact that you brought up George Hill. George Hill's a vet. He was on some very good Indiana teams with Paul George and Roy Hibbert.
Absolutely.
He's been with the Spurs. He's out of that Popovich dynasty.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's been all around, and George Hill is a consummate pro. He plays great defense. He's a good floor general. But the name that you brought up that disturbs me the most is J.R. Smith. For my folks out there who play 2K, all right, do J.R. Smith not have a wild card badge? Somebody let me know that, because the thing is, this guy, he's on one game, the next game, is he even dressed out? I mean, somebody tell me that.
You don't know what you're gonna get, man.
Right, you never know. I mean, it's all, what's that candy where you know, it all looks the same when you put it in your mouth and tell you what the flavor. That's J.R. Smith.
Yeah, you're right. And if I'm LeBron, it's got to be maddening to not know exactly who can win the battle with you. That's why I think he's, after him and K-Love got to that rocky start a couple years ago, you can see him more and more appreciate K-Love, because K-Love is going to be him. He's consistent. He's who he is. He's going to rebound some. He's going to make some threes. He's going to miss some. He's going to play some pretty good defense. He's going to rebound. He's going to outlet the ball well. Yeah. He's going to go to sleep a little bit, make some dumb fouls on defense, but he's going to be he's going to be that pretty much that same thing all the time. He's going to give you what he has. Korver has been better in the last round.
He's been better.
But he's actually trying to play defense. So I'm saying all that to build them up for a minute, because the Golden State Warriors have shown they can win without Iguodala, but if he comes back, and I think he will come back in this series at some point, they're not that death lineup, the Hampton Five.
Yeah,
he does so much. He handles the basketball, takes pressure off Steph.
That's right.
And Draymond, because Draymond handles it too much. I think he gets worn out. With these sloppy turnovers.
That's right.
But Iguodala takes ball handling pressure away. He extends that defense with those long arms. He's a guy who talks on defense with Draymond. They're defensive leaders. He switches well, and he rebounds the ball. So I think Iguodala's a joke of the day, but they've shown they can win without him. Now, here's a question for you about the others. McCall saw a little bit of action the other night. The kid number 2 came in.
Jordan Bell.
Jordan Bell's a better player than people think.
Oh, he's much better.
Right. I think
he plays a lot of heart.
Exactly, he does. So I think right now, Golden State is extending their bench. I think they are better off now than they were last year.
I do believe it, because as far as depth goes, it was just like the top guys and then nobody else. Right. This year, like I said, they went into the draft. They got Jordan Bell. They have JaVale McGee,
who's not playing all of that.
Not playing, right?
But he's for Tristan Thompson, that would be the matchup for him.
That's right.
I think you'll see him a little bit more.
Right, and then they have several others off that bench that matter. And the thing is, as long as they're able to hit threes and rebound fairly decently, Golden State's going to be tough to beat. I don't care who you put out there. I mean, you could put LeBron on the Sixers. You could put LeBron on the Rockets, which we'll talk about that later.
These things could happen.
Right, we'll talk about that later. But they're the top-notch team out there to beat. I mean, it's hard to rule out the champs.
Watch this professional segue. You know who can't be beat?
Who's that?
Karen Alexander and her outstanding career in real estate. We have a commercial to show you about our good friend of the show, Karen Alexander.
S&M Realty of South Carolina is your premier real estate broker. When you are ready to buy, sell, S&M Realty of South Carolina is your premier real estate broker. When you are ready to buy, sell, or invest, contact Karen Alexander at 803-445-7185 for all your needs. She will assist you in finding the perfect home for you and your family. Contact Karen Alexander today at 803-445-7185. 20 years of experience in the business. Karen Alexander is your realtor. 803-445-7185.
at Stacey Hough, the Huffster. My man Nick Wright right there is Huff and Puff Sports Buzz. Each and every weekday, 7:30 p.m. inside of your Freethinkers radio app. You're always on YouTube all week long. Download it. We get about 1,000 plus every week watching the show between Wednesday to the next Tuesday, Wednesday. Tune in, and if it costs your advertising dollars, good. If you want to promote on the show, hit me up inside my Facebook page. Also, hit us up at Freethinkers Radio. Contact us here, and we'll get you right in there and promote your business like we just did for Karen Alexander right there on this show. You mentioned Harden and Paul. We didn't really give our eulogy for them and their season. Look, I'll give them real quick before we move on to talk about the NBA draft and people pulling out of that. And we also talk about some other things around the world of sports briefly in our last part of the show. Chris Paul came over to help Harden out, and everybody thought they had their elixir. They relied too much on the three. They got too heavy on the ISO ball and the three. We know that. You got to feel bad for Chris Paul. This guy, I'm not a huge fan. I'm one of the guys, I think he's a great player, but I don't quite gush over him like a lot of people do, one of the greatest point guards of all time. I don't really get that. He's got a nasty streak, and I don't know if that's what bothers me about him. He got a shimmy on him. He got the shimmy, and then after he shimmied, he went down, right? Yeah. But you got this guy is always seems to have an injury at the playoff time. He does. Was it the Clippers that happened a couple times? It's just something always seems to go on with this guy, and I feel bad for him because he was poised to go further. You know, he already went further here in his career, getting to the conference finals. Had a chance to get to the finals, and I don't know what he would have done, but he had a big game. But as he got hurt. James Harden, Chris Paul's a free agent, by the way. Right. Can they do it again just with the same team and maybe a little different technique or system, the way they approach the basketball game, or do they need to add a couple pieces? How do you feel about this team on the end of the season, and how do they look forward to next year, knowing Golden State is still there? One piece. You think it's LeBron? And it's LeBron. I got a philosophy when it comes to I have a philosophy when it comes to NBA and free agency and all of that. If his name ain't LeBron, let him go. No matter who it is. That's the one immovable player? Now, I'll give you a couple exceptions. AD? Anthony Davis? No, let him go. Really? Let him go. Oh, LeBron over everybody? LeBron over everybody. Because this is the thing. 8 straight finals. And people, if you can put a little bit around that guy, he'll get you a championship. I'm no LeBron homer. I call LeBron for what I see. I see his weaknesses. I see his strengths. Yeah. But he has a lot of haters, though. He has a lot of haters, but irrational. It's like we say, when you're at the top, you're gonna draw heat. So if you're Houston, you make a run at LeBron. So. Definitely. If I'm Philly, if I'm Houston, if I'm any team that's a breath away from a championship or at least a conference final, I'm going after LeBron. Boston. Exactly. And I go to, it's a certain website I go to. I won't promote them here. They're good people, but I ain't gonna promote them. I'm promoting my business. But I saw it was put out there on a certain website. I visit every now and then and for laughs, and it's very good for sports and entertainment. But they threw out the floater that what if LeBron goes to Boston and Boston says, okay, LeBron, you're here and you and Kyrie don't want to play with you, so we get rid of Kyrie now. Well, that could actually happen. Well, the whole thing, people don't know this, and I'm just gonna put it out there. It was the whole LeBron Kyrie beef was political. I think so. It was political. So I'm just letting you guys know that. So whatever you feel. I'm not gonna go into any detail, but the thing is, it could happen. Yeah. If they could put their differences aside, he could end up in Boston. Right. As far as team politics or world politics? Well, it's just politics. That's all I'm gonna say. I was off record about it. Right. It's just politics. Well, and I know the Nike thing. I know the Nike business has something to do. I knew there was a natural rivalry with the shoe industry as well. Right. But listen, what we're talking about LeBron being floated around. The Lakers were still out there, and I thought that was a good idea at one point. But now with all these pieces that's been moving around, the Lakers are so far away. He can't go to the Lakers unless he takes 2 other people with him. He's not going to the Lakers. Look for Paul George and Boogie Cousins to go to the Lakers. And you know what? With what the Lakers have, with the improved, I'm the guy from Duke, the kid from Duke, the wingman, the wing player from Duke. I know you're talking about the small forward. Yeah. Skinny man. Yeah, skinny man. The Lakers. Brandon Ingram. The Lakers have a chance to make some steps. They're not going to be Golden State's got a 3-year run still in them. Yeah. But the Lakers have a chance to really make with LeBron. With PG and Boogie Cousins, because Boogie Cousins is still that joker today. There's not a lot of great postmen in the NBA. Boogie Cousins changes the game if he can stay healthy. Now, the only thing you worry about with him is a big man in the NBA history. You go back and look, big men start having lower body injuries. They don't go away. They tend to, you might can squeeze out a few more years here. It's good and bad, but eventually they catch up with you. You don't have a long shelf life once they start. And now I know they're doing more with medicine and all that. I know it's not back in the day, but you got to watch Boogie Cousins with that. And he's never seemed to be in great shape. His body type is not there. He carries a little weight, so How much you gonna get out of him, I don't know. But for a 2-year window with Ingram, and if Ball is going to show improvement like they think he will, with Kuzma. Kuzma's the joker.
Kuzma, yeah.
Kuzma is the guy.
He's a game changer.
He's a lot like Tatum.
Yeah.
He's a lot like Tatum. I think Tatum announced himself as a star in the league, but Kyle Kuzma's a guy who, around the players you just mentioned, the Lakers could be something to really be the talk of the league next year. They could be the Philadelphia 76ers.
Definitely top 4 in the West.
Absolutely.
Definitely top 4 in the West.
Absolutely. So I started to ask you about Houston, what they want to do. So you think they get LeBron? So I don't think they get LeBron. So with that being said, real quick, we got to spend a minute on D'Antoni. D'Antoni is a very stubborn dude, man.
He really is.
He would not adjust, man. And what messed him up when they came back and went up 3-2, he felt like he was doing right. That was fool's gold.
It was.
He wasn't gonna make any adjustments after that. He thought he was on to something.
They baited him.
They did.
It's the old Rocky Mr. T. You know, in Rocky 3.
Yeah.
You know, come on, hit me. You know, tiring him out.
Yeah. Rope-a-dope. It's a rope-a-dope.
Right, and that's exactly what happened to him. And you saw that with D'Antoni in Phoenix. You saw it with him with the Lakers, and you see it with him with Houston. He is. I'm not gonna badmouth. He's a very good coach. He's a great regular season coach, though. Yeah. He's not built for playoffs. His system really isn't built for playoffs. But, you know, can he ever win a title? I don't see it, you know, because he lacks that grit and grind factor.
Right. And again, I'll say this, though. That team played better defense in the postseason than a lot of us thought they would. Yeah. But I don't know if that was because of his philosophy. It was just he got guys like P.J. Tucker out there and Ariza, guys who just dug down and did what they had to do because they just wanted it.
No big man for the Warriors.
Right. And that helped them because they wanted to battle the boards, really, because they weren't. Now, JaVale McGee, I kept waiting on Kerr to put him in.
Right.
Just for the rebound, but they didn't do it. I think you'll see, as I mentioned earlier, you will see JaVale McGee against, with Tristan Thompson and Kevin Love battling because Love and Thompson they're going to eat the glass.
Oh, yeah. They're going to do that.
And no matter how much talent you have, you're going to miss a certain amount of three-point shot is a 39% proposition. If you're shooting great three-pointers, you shoot 39%. Right. That means a lot of rebounds.
That's right.
LeBron is a guy that can take advantage of your weaknesses. So I give LeBron a puncher's chance to extend the series a little bit because if Golden State has a cold shooting night, if Iguodala didn't come back, if Golden State plays lackadaisical defense like they did, even the first quarter the other night, the first quarter they were non-existent on defense. You got to bring it against LeBron. You can't think he's going to lay down for you. No. And I almost thought it was set up by the league. I almost got to be a conspiracy theorist because if Houston would have advanced, Cleveland would have beat Houston.
I do believe that too. I do believe that too, especially with Chris Paul being iffy the way he is. And the thing about Chris Paul, you know, I wanted to say this earlier when you was talking about, he's on the smaller side. You've never really met a small player that's just dominated the playoffs.
Other than the one I'll name, Isaiah Thomas. Might be before your time.
But no, it's not before my time. But look at who he had around him. No. Rick Mahorn, Rodman, that's John Sally, all those guys. They took up his slack for him.
But they did. He had the people behind him on defense and offense that made him look good. They set the screens, they did the dirty where they rebounded. But as far as electricity scoring, that's why he's overlooked. And to me, in the pantheon of great players, the one name that nobody ever calls enough is Isaiah Thomas.
Right?
Because at 6'1", there was times where he had the league by the throat. He was on a bad Detroit team for years, and might have led the league in scoring 1 year too. But he was always one of the top scorers. But when they won those playoff runs, that 25-point quarter against the Lakers on one ankle.
On one ankle.
My man.
Game 6 of the finals.
I show that to my son all the time, man. That's that business right there. Yeah. That's that. Everybody talking about that heart.
Right.
Isaiah Thomas, man. The real Isaiah Thomas.
The first one.
It's real stuff. Yes. So that being said, I want to branch out a little bit more to a little bit of. I know we talked a lot of basketball. NBA draft, we don't have to call names and stuff, but today was the deadline to declare. Bruce, the Bowen kid at Brian Bowen at South Carolina, he never got the word from NCAA. Right. So he was forced to a decision, and I think I didn't see the official report, but I think he had to stay in the draft or make a decision by 5 o'clock today, and that's unfair. That's unfair to the kid.
It is.
That's unfair to the kid. A lot of your favorite college players that went out there that were borderline players, a lot of them pulled back today. They had the 5 o'clock. So check your local listings for your local college team. A lot of kids that went out there for the draft, they didn't get an agent. They pulled back the day before 5 o'clock. Because here's how the draft plays out, and I don't like it, but every year I say this. The first round, no matter who you think is making the first round, there's always going to be about 5 Europeans you never heard of.
Yeah, always.
And American players get pushed to the back. I got a real problem with that. That's another show. I don't have time to get into it. That's a real problem to me. They're gambling on a kid. Like last year, P.J. Dozier should have got drafted. They drafted a kid for the Knicks that averaged 6 points a game in a dirty, dungy gym. You can't even see the video.
Right.
This kid played in the SEC, went to the Final Four, and you draft a kid that's 19 years of age that's the similar skill set. I didn't hear that kid's name all year. Did he play?
And no, did he play? He didn't. And this is
that could have been an American kid, man.
American kids are better ready for the NBA game.
Fran Fraschiller's over there covering for him. Fran Fraschiller's over there beat the drum. He posts his kids up there. He's the next song. And most times you don't hear from these kids anymore. Nobody talks about it though.
Bismack Biyombo. I only reason he plays with Orlando, but what impact does he have?
Bismack Biyombo? Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
And but Fran Fraschiller sold a bill of goods, and Jordan was like, Michael Jordan, by the way, who is horrible without gym shorts on.
Yeah.
He's not the greatest businessman. He's got more money than me, but not the greatest owner. And they just had another coach that'll be fired in 2 years. Don't learn the name of the new coach. Don't be wasting your time. That's right. Don't learn it.
Yeah.
In 2 years, there'll be another coach.
Yeah.
When they had Cliff the Big Red Dog, the coach, I told Dwayne Everett on the ESPN radio show, by the way, 9 a.m. Saturday morning, it's ESPN Columbia 94.9 FM. I told Dwayne on the radio show, when they hired Clifford 2 years ago, I said, don't remember his name. He's not going to be here for 2 years.
Yeah.
Maybe he made 3.
Made it 4.
But 3 or 4?
I think, yeah.
Okay, but do you remember?
When he lost Patrick Ewing, that's when.
What's his big moment of his career there?
Big moment of his career. Probably taking the Hornets. The first year they changed their name to the playoffs and haven't been back since.
Right, and they were in with grand opening, grand closing, in the playoffs, out the playoffs, in a weekend. Yeah. So again, Jordan has not made that splash, man. Not getting the best draft picks. He's not drafted a star that caught the league. Kevin Walker's a good player. They about to get rid of him, by the way.
Player, that's it.
But they haven't drafted a guy that be the Jason Tatum of the world or the Ben Simmons or no rookie of the year type cat. So anyway, not a great job has he done there. So anyway, so the NBA draft, check your local colleges. Some kids you think might have declared, and then they get agent, they're coming back. Today was the deadline. To recap, Roseanne. Gone. We good. Good riddance. Good riddance to bad rubbish. Goodbye. Get gone now. Get.
I know what's this.
Get the stepping. I didn't watch it. I just don't like her. Get the stepping. Because everybody act like the flag is sacred, and I get respect the flag. She spit when she sang the anthem. If it was really about the flag, Roseanne would have never got a TV show. Like Kaepernick had got a job. So really, we know it's not really about the flag, is it? We know it's really not about the flag, is it?
You said that, not me.
I'm saying it. It's not. We know the problem really isn't about the flag, is it? We don't want to talk about those black people getting killed by cops. That's what it was. And it's not about the flag. If it was about the flag, the average person would be sitting on their couch and the anthem was played at home. Or at the concession stand in the stadium.
That's true.
Right? That's true. Or you'd be mad at Donald Trump, who doesn't know the words to the anthem. He's been caught on tape, and who don't put his hand over his heart. So if it really was about the flag, you'd be mad at all those things. So you're really not mad about that because it's not about the flag. Never was. We know what it's about. I said it. I said the big Hough Daddy. Big Hough Daddy said that. This is Nick Wright though. He didn't say
everything is about control. I just say it like
control. That's a Janet Jackson song. It's a great song by Janet Jackson. Yeah. You know, did I tell you the story about me breaking up with her back in the day, in the early 80s? Yeah, I broke up with her.
You showed me the photo.
Yeah. It's another Janet Jackson. That's okay. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. See, but I broke up with Janet. By the way, hey, I gotta shout this out. Cheryl Underwood, the comedian, followed me on Twitter yesterday.
Oh, that's
I don't know what it's about. And I didn't follow her first.
That's great.
I don't know what it's about.
Who's Cheryl Underwood?
She's a comedian.
I know it. She's on The View.
She got a million followers.
She's still on The View, right?
She followed Big Papa on Twitter yesterday.
That's pretty awesome, though.
I'm asking her out.
Anytime you get a celeb to follow you on Twitter, any of these social media, that's a big deal.
See, I'm gonna be somebody, Mom. I'm gonna make it.
He gonna be somebody.
Nick, just because you're a big brother, you can say every big brother that they can say. Y'all know what I'm saying? Every big brother that they can say.
I cannot sing.
I think if you get on a certain weight, you think all of a sudden you become a big old Luther back in the day.
I cannot sing.
We're here for the home stretch for me and Nick Wright. This will not be the last time you see Nick Wright on here. That's what he's our special guest. He may fill in for me next time. I may be out, but for me and Chad out here, this is the guy we'll call. Yeah. I want to say R.I.P. DH. Shout out to everyone out there. Buckle up for safety. Always keep your head up. Keep looking up. All good things come from above, not below. This has been the Huff and Puff Sports Buzz. Have a great sports week. We'll see you next Wednesday.